What is up, guys? Silver Warrior here. Sorry that this video is a couple of days late, but what I want to discuss today is something I find very interesting to talk about, and that is whether or not precious metals could ever go to zero. Now, this is something that a lot of people in the community discuss, a lot of people debate over, and especially with the rising of cryptocurrencies, has become a serious, concern on many investors' minds. So, let's look at it first theoretically, okay? Technically speaking, yes, precious metals could go to zero because the value of anything, whether it be an asset or something used in industry, comes from the fact that somebody out there is willing to pay that price for it. Something is only worth as much as someone's willing to pay for it, is what they say, and that is very true. Now, the fact that precious metals have a standardized value is what makes people willing to pay that much for them. However, it is man that sets this value. There is no universal law that is beyond man's reach that, there's no omnipotent being, I should say, that says silver is worth this much, gold is worth this much, so therefore it is just worth that much and people will always be willing to pay that much. However, let's look at it realistically. Precious metals are used greatly as an investment, as an asset, as a store of wealth, but beyond that, they also have extreme value in industry, the field of medical field, things of that nature, things that are not going away, basically. Cell phones, computers, those aren't going away. People buy a lot of them every single day to the point which precious metals are being actually impacted the other way around by them. I mean, obviously, producers of these electronic devices wish to find ways to slowly phase out precious metals since they're becoming very expensive to use. But in the meantime, there's certainly no way to do that. Looking at it now, there's certainly no clear-cut answer as to finding a metal that's going to be a better conductor than either gold or silver, because both these metals are extremely efficient, and the highest end devices are always going to have a great amount of both in them. That is just it. And yes, it's not an insane amount. It's not like pounds of gold or silver inside of a single cell phone, but think about the millions of cell phones that get sold in a year. That's where it really starts to accumulate. And beyond, these realms, there's simply so many uses for precious metals that at the very least, they would always have to be consumed by people in that industry. People who are going to need them, so they're going to be willing to pay for them. And the fact that precious metals have also been valued by man for thousands of years now as a currency, as an asset, as something with real genuine value to it, I don't see why, in 2018, for example, that would change. I don't think thousands of years of history is going to change just because of a new threat being cryptocurrencies. Because at the end of the day, whenever people get scared of their cryptos, they bail on them, and where do you think they come back to? A lot of those people that sold their precious metal stacks, whether they do well in cryptos and come back to buy even more metals, or if they bail on cryptos and come back to a much more stable investment in the form of metals, they always come back. Because of the simple fact that cryptos are not stable. There is nothing stable about cryptocurrencies whatsoever, because they are an intangible investment. You can't hold a Bitcoin in your hand the way you can hold an ounce of silver in your hand. It's just not the same thing. And furthermore, their value is solely based on the fact that we are told it should be valuable. We know it's based on the fact that people, yes, are willing to pay that much because the market is, at that price, but there's nothing truly valuable about it. It has no other use besides as a currency/investment. Whereas precious metals have uses, genuine, real-world, tactical uses. So with that being said, I do hope you enjoyed the video, and I really hope it puts you precious metal investors' minds to ease, because trust me, precious metals are not going anywhere, okay? Peace, love, and much respect.